is not a formal Grubcast. This is just in case. If we say anything funny.
If we say anything funny.
Yeah. Cause I think...
What did I just say that spurred this? I said...
the microphone looks like a saw trap.
And then I was saying...
And then you just immediately went to gay stuff. Like immediately. With no hesitation, you went straight to gay stuff.
Immediately went to gay saw. And the premise is you'd have to be able to blow a god before the timer runs out. Otherwise you die.
Yeah.
But the problem with the game would be...
Like the bear trap would go around his penis too. Or his head would explode.
I'm thinking of the... I don't know if they have a trap where your head just explodes. Did you watch the last one?
I have not watched any of the songs.
Really fucked up. It was good. Well, one girl's got to cut her own leg off with a steel wire.
Don't describe this to me.
It was sick. She had to get her bone marrow in the tube, but she half-assed it, so she didn't do it in time. So she cut off her leg and they got her head cut off.
That's rough.
That's the worst outcome, I think, is to do all the work and still die. All these movies suck. They're also great to watch, though. They're bad to watch for you.
Yeah, I would not enjoy that.
What movies do you like to watch?
So we've ruined the conversation by recording it. Now we're self-aware.
Tell us what kind of movies you like to watch.
Slice of life.
No. There's a specific kind of movie you've been watching. Gay porn movies.
Okay, that's for purely academic purposes, okay?
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to find good cover art for our album. That's gay sex themed. Okay?
Gay sex themed.
I can't help it that the album's gay sex themed.
I think it's somebody's fault it's gay sex themed. It's not my fault.
It's not my fault.
It didn't come from my side of things.
Listen, it was just cooking in my brain.
I think you also have to commit to the...
I put the words down on the paper.
I think you also have to commit to the Grubtown episodes being bad. I think you just have to
I have to accept that they're not going to be good.
Yeah, because what'll happen is you'll hit record and every time you're going to be like, well, we kind of started thinking about it. You just have to do them and not care.
All right, let's just go then. Let's just do it. Why not? So this is episode 3.
I guess this is episode 3 of the Grubtown.
Yeah.
I found out about sake. You know what I can tell you? I didn't tell you about my date. I went to the city. I actually went on a good date for once.
Really?
So this isn't very funny. But I tried soju. Great way to get drunk.
What is it?
It's like soda alcohol. They call it vodka, but it tastes like, the Japanese sodas? Soju's Korean.
Yeah.
Like the sodas with the marbles in them.
Yeah.
It tastes just like that.
Oh.
It's good. It's good. Like you have one and you're drunk.
Korean mics are lemonade.
It's a lot better. Like you could drink like a soju like a soda. Like if I didn't know what it was, I would have just sipped it like a beer. But you have shots. When was the last time you've been wasted in public, August?
I've never been wasted in public, not once in my life.
I went on this date into the city, and I always think about that guy who went on a date to this girl's apartment and 8 guys came out, and they tied him up and tortured him for 19 hours. So I did get drunk instantly. Not drunk, off of one soju.
Was the torture thing a concern at all? Were you thinking about this, is this going to happen?
I mentioned it to her on the date. I said to the girl,
thank goodness this wasn't a 9-guy torture situation.
Yeah, I said, I'm glad you're cool and not I heard this guy went to this girl's apartment and they tortured him for 19 hours. She didn't get freaked out. That was good.
I'm sure she's glad you weren't over there that she told the address.
She said I looked like a killer. She did say I looked like a serial killer.
No, you don't.
That's what I said. I said I look very normal.
You were jovial, friendly, I guess they'd never question you.
Well, she pinned me for a serial killer. Apparently her sister also pinned me for a serial killer. Jerry Seinfeld's my favorite Jewish person.
Really? Top 10 Jewish?
It's not fair to say top 10 favorite Jewish, because there are a lot of famous Jewish people. Just by matter of circumstance, there happen to be a lot of famous Jewish people that I happen to like. Because they've been in so many things.
This is a positive thing, really.
They've been in so many things.
It's good on Jewish people.
I really like Jerry Seinfeld. People don't like Jerry now, though.
Why?
Because of the 17-year-old girlfriend thing.
He did do that.
I can forgive him.
You can forgive him for that? For his sins?
I mean, he made... How long was the Seinfeld show on? 10 years? Peak television. He gave us a decade.
So you think it outweighs his sins? You're God, right? And you're seeing him, after he dies. And you're, Joseph or whatever his name is, weighing the scales.
Well, Jerry Seinfeld is Jewish. He wouldn't be meeting God.
It's the same. It's also God, but it's Yahweh or whatever. It's the same God. It's the same God.
A little culturally insensitive, August. I was originally being racist.
Fine. Jerry Seinfeld's dead and you're Anubis, right? And you're on the scale and you have the heart on one side and you have the feathers or whatever on the other side, all right?
I think the decade of television outweighs the 17-year-old girlfriend.
All right.
I mean, you can have a 17-year-old girlfriend now. I mean, like, I'm not advising you to do that, but in theory,
Not an official Grubcast endorsement.
in
Is get a
theory,
17-year-old girlfriend.
you could have a 17-year-old girlfriend if you really wanted to.
Yeah, how old was Jerry Seinfeld when he had a 17-year-old girlfriend?
Oh, he was like in his 30s for sure.
Yeah, that's a little different.
When I'm 30, I want to have a 17-year-old girlfriend.
Why?
I mean,
You want to hang out with a 17-year-old when you're 30?
no, I just want to have a 17-year-old girlfriend when I'm 30.
Well, what do you do with her?
So I can just be like Jerry Seinfeld. I'd be like, can you dress just like Jerry Seinfeld's
17.
17-year-old girlfriend? Would that girl be born yet? How old am I? 7 years from now? She'd be alive. She'd be 10. Let's go.
You can meet her right now in elementary
You can
school.
meet her right now.
Or be like, that's the one.
I mean, I feel like this is a very big stipulation, but I feel like if you didn't know them in high school, you can't date them. Like, you can't be an adult man who finds out about a high schooler and then date them.
Yeah, no, you gotta be also underage when you met them.
Oh my god. Yeah, that's like a stipulation.
I think that should be the law. It's like, when did you first meet?
Well, I don't know if we want to make that a law.
Why not?
Well, I'm trying to think now. What did you just say? I guess that's a good law. I mean, like, what if you meet when you're like 16 and they're like 9? Does that count? That's why this law wouldn't work on them.
Yeah, it's true.
Laws probably work fine the way they are now.
I don't know. They're letting Jerry Seinfeld free. He should be behind bars for his crimes.
He didn't commit a crime. I mean, maybe. I don't know. It depends. Oh, yeah.
Answer the question.
Jerry Seinfeld, would I condemn him? I don't know, man.
I wouldn't either.
I mean, I guess I have to, really, because, like, the only context in which you have a 17-year-old girlfriend is kind of awkward. She definitely lives with her parents.
How'd they meet?
Yeah, that's another thing. How did he meet the 17-year-old girlfriend?
Was she at one of his comedy shows or something? And he was like...
But also, like, when he picks her up, her parents aren't like, here's your 30-year-old man boyfriend. I mean, I guess some people just have to live with that.
Yeah.
Some people have, like, an 18-year-old who has, like, a 40-year-old boyfriend, so...
Yeah, I mean...
Who are we to deprive Jerry Seinfeld?
What do you do at that point? You just be like, I don't approve? But, like, what are they going to do?
Oh, I'm going to a wedding. I'm going to be the best-looking guy at this wedding. 1,000%.
Really?
I'm stunningly handsome.
Ugly wedding then, I guess.
I'm stunningly handsome. It's hard to believe. I know.
Apparently look like a serial killer, so maybe not.
Yeah, but a lot of serial killers have to be convincing. Don't they, like, trick people? Serial killers? They
Yeah,
trick
I guess.
people. They have to be like, yeah, I'm normal. They're normal maxing. I'm a good at normal
You're a
maxing.
normal maxer? I'm a terrible normal maxer.
You're not good at normal maxing?
No.
What do? You act weird? You act weird in public? You're tweaking?
I'm tweaking in public all the time, you know? I'm just freaking out. I'm just, like, screaming at people in the subway.
I should get you a 5 milligram edible. I got
Okay.
you some edibles you want or could have had. They were 10 each. But I ran out of stuff and I just ate all of them.
There was on
Expensive.
the train a while ago, when, like, the track was stopped and this lady was, like, just yelling at the conductor, just like, you know, I'm missing my train or whatever. But then she drops, and so the conductor's fat, okay? And so then she drops, like, this fat fuck, and that was, like, it. Like, once she went there, it was over.
For who?
For me, I was like, that went from, like, annoyance to, like, oh, you know, like, she is like...
Oh, you were like, I'm not tolerating this anymore.
So I went up and killed it.
I know you were sitting there, like, laughing. You were like, this is the best thing. You were like, free entertainment.
I don't like it. I felt bad for the guy because
I feel
he's
bad.
just doing his job. And this lady is like hackling, yestling, calling him a fat fuck. What's the
It does feel bad when someone's just there and they are getting devastated, but there's something you can do. It better them than you. What if she had walked up to you and been like, White Walker ass? You wouldn't have liked that.
Did I mention she was black, or did you just assume that?
I didn't assume anything.
Then why did you think she was going to call me white?
What does she look like?
She was a black woman.
Oh, well, okay. So am I wrong?
You were correct, but I was like, on what grounds did you assume that this lady heckling the fat guy?
I had some reassuring thoughts. I was really like freaked out in one of the. I took the subway. I was trying to go to Penn Station, but I couldn't take the Amtrak.
Yeah.
So the train station there was pretty cool, but I was kind of freaked out. But I thought to myself, literally, like, Stavros from Cumtown takes the subway all the time, and he's like a fucking moron. Or, like, I also thought of George from Seinfeld.
From Seinfeld, who's not a real person.
But, like, he's based off of Larry David.
And Larry David can do it.
And he's a moron. Right now, like, the people I really resonate with, like, is George Costanza. Like, the people by the fashion school dress like regular people. I was kind of disappointed.
What fashion school?
Fashion Institute of Technology.
Oh, Factory.
There was a guy making clay sculptures of people on the street.
Did you get one made of you?
No, I want to, though. But that guy's like a real fucking artist, isn't he?
I guess, yeah. Kind of annoying now.
Why?
Making clay sculptures of people on the street? What do you do with that?
Oh, no, they were like smaller. That's just like just your face. Listen, I think you're hating on the buskers, man.
I am a hater, I guess.
Do you hate fat people?
You see someone just hit a busker on like the head with like a bottle recently.
Our coworker showed me a video of some lady on the MTA, like in Grand Central where I just was, just getting beat up by some guy. She woke up. She woke up like some guy, and he just was like is mad upon spawn.
He was probably homeless.
Maybe.
Why else would he be sleeping in Grand Central?
And a bunch of those teenagers just jumped those cops too, right? That was pretty funny. I support that.
3 random teenagers run up and just scream at you. What are you doing? Are you like swinging?
I just look at them. I mean, listen, I'm assuming in this situation, like, they're just standing in front of me and they just go, ah!
They like run at you.
Were they yelling expletives?
I don't know the specific situation.
I mean, like, I think if no one, like, as long as I'm not, like, getting, like attacked, like, as long as no one hits me.
You don't know what's happening. You don't know what's happening to you yet. You know?
I think I just, like, look at it until, like, they're here. I don't know. I don't know.
You won't react at all to this person screaming in your face?
I guess we have to, like, see if it happened now.
We should try it out.
Eventually something will happen. No, people have yelled in my face in front of you.
That's true, and you do handle it.
You just wait to see what happens. Because they're either going to hit you or you're not. And then you move on from there.
All right. You just bite your tongue.
Or maybe 3 teenagers, I don't know. Maybe a certain... They're 19.
Audience note, he made a dick-sucking gesture with his hands. Like there was multiple penises that he was putting in his mouth.
You ever watch lesbian gangbang porn?
No.
It's a pretty good category.
How does that work?
A bunch of them wear strap-ons usually.
Okay.
That's just something I've been thinking about. What else have I been thinking about? What have you been thinking about? You have to say things too.
Yeah, I know. I don't have much. It's hard. I'm not really. I don't do anything.
You finished all of the Genshin update.
Oh, God, yeah. What do you want me to say about that, Dante? What do you want me to tell you about?
How do you feel about yourself?
All right.
What kind of a person are you?
I feel fine. It's a good time killer.
Average Genshin player?
I'm not the average Genshin player.
When I think of the average Genshin player, I think of like a Coomer, like a guy who like jacks off on Reddit.
I think of like a 14-year-old guy.
Those kind of overlap right now. Can you believe there's new Redditors? There's Redditors that are younger than us.
Yeah, that's crazy, isn't it? It shouldn't be the case. They should be somewhere else now. There's nothing that's replaced Reddit yet. That's crazy.
Well, a lot of the kids are on TikTok.
But TikTok doesn't have the same thing as Reddit, does it?
Nah, not really. TikTok is kind of like Instagram and Twitter combined.
Yeah.
It's like the same like dumb ideas and views as Twitter with like the Instagram setup.
Reddit has its own vibe.
Reddit does have its own vibe, and I feel like it kind of inherited its legend from like 4chan. Like it went 4chan and then to Reddit, no?
Did it?
I always kind of like look at it as like people used 4chan and then they kind of eventually moved to Reddit.
Huh.
I could be wrong. I don't know.
I don't know. Maybe that's the case.
Are people more or less gay on Reddit or 4chan?
I think Reddit's gayer.
Where do the Tumblr people end up?
I think on TikTok.
TikTok? Well, there was a long in between. Well, I guess Vine was out at the same time, so that's kind of like...
I think they were on...
Because your sister's the Vine people, right? Your brother and your sister would be Vine people.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, she's on TikTok.
I feel like they went from like Tumblr to Twitter for a while.
Mm-hmm.
That was kind of the move. And then from Twitter to TikTok.
I do watch that Strange Aeons on YouTube. Talks about the Tumblr ladies a lot. I don't know. They mean something to me.
Tumblr?
Tumblr meant something to me for a while.
You were a Tumblr user.
I was a degenerate Tumblr user. I was a coomer.
Yeah, people used to do that for it. It is crazy that when they banned porn, like a half their traffic disappeared.
That was such a bad choice. They might have done that on purpose. They might have been like, I don't care about this fucking app anymore.
It was money.
What happened? Because here's my problem. Is in the early 2000s, there was a lot of just free porn, right? There was a lot of girls just doing like OnlyFans stuff for free. And then I feel like when the Tumblr thing happened, that was like the big shift, because then you had private snaps and like the Twitter, like Tumblr was like the last bastion of just like people just posting their nudes for some reason. When I was a boy, you could go on Tumblr, it was like a girl and she just had her everything. Everything. And I don't think these people were getting paid.
They're just doing it for the love of the game.
They were, I mean, like, they would have themes, yeah. There were, like, themes to the pages. It was nuts. It was a lawless time. And I think, I guess most of those people probably became OnlyFans people.
Well, the problem is that also...
I guess it's the willingness to pay.
Yeah, I think they found out.
That people were willing to pay. So it was like a giant social experiment. It was like seeing if there was an interest and demand.
And there was.
And it was like, hey, you should charge people for this. And people were willing to pay.
I also think the thing is that, like Tumblr, a lot of those sites became unwilling to host pornography.
Bad choice.
But I think it wasn't them, but it was like credit card companies. And the advertisers wouldn't advertise on companies that had like that content. Mm-hmm. So they dropped it. Like, no one's posting nudes on TikTok. Right?
I don't know. I think...
You think there are like 13-year-old boys today who are like searching up like boobs on TikTok?
I think that there are avenues to see porn on any social media. Like when I was like 15, I found like Instagram pages that were private that would just post porn. I would follow them.
It's probably an inevitability that if you have a thing that could share images, like someone's going to use that to share porn. Like it's just going to happen, right? There's no way to avoid that.
I think they might have like AI automatic detecting with shit.
Yeah, but even then...
They don't let you send images on Tinder anymore. I feel like when I started using it, you were able to send images. But now it's like, no, you're not allowed. Which makes sense.
You gotta hop on Grindr.
I don't think there's images allowed on Grindr. Not like within the DMs.
I think there are. Because they send whole pics.
They send whole pics. I think they might transition... See, because you got to get off the app. Like, once you match, the goal is to, like, get, like, another form of contact. So maybe they send whole pics via text.
You think they're like...
We can ask people. We
should ask gay people.
Whole pics feel hard to do. I think I've tried to take a picture of my asshole before. I think it was hard.
Why did you do that?
I think a girl definitely has asked me for a picture of my asshole.
Really?
It's not like... you just, like, take a picture of your asshole. Like, there's no insertion going on. This is nothing...
I would wonder what the next step is for that girl. Like, what she want to know?
I don't know.
What should we do with that photo?
It was probably a trade. It's probably like I traded my picture of my butthole for a picture of her butthole or something.
Okay.
Maybe I was just feeling my butthole.
What'd she get out of it?
I don't know.
It seems like you could just kind of, like twist it around and kind of get it.
It's hard. You got longer arms than I do.
Or you could just kind of like pop up your camera in like the mirror or whatever, and then just like.
Well, I don't know. I wasn't gonna. I was gonna snap the whole pic and move on. I wasn't gonna set up. Setting up would be a little much.
You gotta get a good picture. Or something.
You want to watch The Godfather, which neither of us have ever seen.
Yeah, I might want to watch that game.
What do you think your favorite character is going to be?
I don't know the characters of The Godfather. I haven't seen it.
I think mine's going to be Vito Corleone.
Who's Vito Corleone?
It's one of the characters.
Oh, so what are you basing that he's going to be your favorite character on? Besides his name.
Is cool.
Vito Corleone.
I think if I was...
They're all Corleones, aren't they?
I think if I was an Italian guy, my name would be Vito Corleone.
You are an Italian guy.
I'm a fake Italian guy.
You're a fake Italian?
I'm Italian maxing.
I was going to try and combine Italian and fake into one word, but it wasn't coming out great, so I'm not going to do that.
5.
Yeah, exactly.
Vito Corleone is going to be my favorite guy.
Vito Corleone.
I think he's going to get pussy. I don't know if it's the dad or the son.
We gotta watch a movie that's also just gay porn. It's just like...
It'd be funny if we watched a gay porn movie that was like The Godfather, but gay.
Yeah.
Or Vito Corleone.
Hold up. I can think of a good pun.
It was you, Fredo. You fucked me in my ass.
The guy fucker. Okay. That's the parody of The Godfather. That's gay sex.
You could as well be Godfucker. I'm your Godfucker.
No, but that's like
I'm the guy.
This is just like I'm a guy fucker.
When Italians have a child, they have to pick someone to fuck their son.
Really?
It's the Godfucker.
They have a rich culture, don't they?
You wouldn't have... I would make you my Godfucker. My son's Godfucker.
I wouldn't want to do that. I would refuse.
Well, what happens is when...
They make you?
If anything ever happens to me, you'll make my son a man by fucking. And I'll have to fight back and eventually kill you. Or you'll kill him. I don't know.
Only if the age gap's not too bad. So I can't meet him until he's 18. I'm bringing it full
I've never
circle.
been that old, so I'm not gonna say anything. I don't know.
You've never been 18?
I mean, like an old man. I'm specifically thinking of BoJack Horseman now. Well, no, that sounds bad because BoJack Horseman is another bad thing on the
Yeah.
show. BoJack Horseman. I didn't know he almost fucked a child in that show. You know about that?
Yeah.
He's almost a pedophile in that show. I was referring to that he ended up fucking his co-star.
Oh. I was thinking.
But I think he met her as an adult afterwards. Would that be weird, you think? I think if I met a child now and then saw that as an adult, I think that would be weird.
Yeah, that would be
Now that I
weird.
thought about it,
It could...
that would be kind of weird.
I could see a case where it wouldn't be weird as much, but I think generally weird.
I think someone you know personally, it would definitely be weird. Like a child you know personally.
Yeah, if you knew the child well.
Yeah, no. Don't fuck children, I guess.
Thank you for telling us.
Don't fuck adults either.
Don't have sex.
Don't have sex.
Celibacy is the way to go.
Just sit in a dark room with a gun.
So this is the pro coomer.
This is pro cooming.
You're encouraging coomering.
I'm not encouraging cooming. I was gonna talk about like shooting.
Your nuts off?
I was gonna have it be like the police are gonna come in, you're gonna die in a shootout because you refuse to coom. That's what I was thinking.
You think the police come in like, have sex! Have sex!
They just want you to coom, like they're gonna beat you off.
I'm gonna beat you.
Sir, we're coming in. We're coming to beat you off.
You better be coming in there.
And then they're armed, of course, in case you try to resist.
And then like they take you to jail and they got like the machine on the wall.
Well, if you're shooting, in this plane, you're gonna die in a shootout.
I know. But they capture you. They're bringing you to prison.
And you're sitting on the bed, so I imagine you get like shot in like the face with a shotgun.
I'm really losing the thread here. I'm not picking. I lost track of what this is about exactly.
You're not supposed to coom
So why do they shoot you?
because they want to beat you off. They want to beat you off, but
So why did they shoot you first? Wouldn't they just
because
like?
you have a weapon.
Wouldn't they just restrain you?
Well, it's like the SWAT team, and it's like at a certain point, it's like unrecoverable.
Okay, so they're not gonna jack you up.
Well, they're trying to,
They're trying.
but you're putting up a fight. Listen, if you come in, they're coming in, right? Imagine like the SWAT team, but their plan is to beat you off. But when they open the door, you're holding a gun. They just fucking blast you instantly. Meet out. You're sitting.
Well, why is there meat out? If I was in a situation I was trying to not get jacked off, I would like lock it up. You know, like linoleum pants.
I
know
feel
that
like when you
sealed
get to
in.
a certain point, it's like, you know how like
Like encased in concrete.
who's the guy in Egypt in the Bible? Moses.
Yeah.
You know how Moses, he doesn't wear shoes because everywhere he walks is holy ground? It's like when you
Yes.
don't beat off, it's like your meat can always be out because I'm never going to use it. It's not even a sexual organ anymore.
Oh, I see.
So,
It's like
you're sitting on the bed.
This is like a powerful new ideology for priests here.
You're sitting on the bed. Meat hard.
It's hard
Yeah.
constantly
Because it's untouched.
because it's never been
It's
done.
untouched.
So you're constant.
You're sitting on the bed, meat hard. Just get fucking blasted. By a SWAT team. They try to beat you off.
Like while you're dying, they're like, revive him.
Quick. Because they can. Do you think you can bust while you're dying?
Probably.
So they would try and get that in before your like heart stops beating.
Yeah, probably.
Because then your meat would go soft.
I bet there's a point past death where you can still ejaculate.
Well, I don't.
I mean, like, people like have like rigor mortis, like post-death spasm. Do you think anyone's ever like leaked?
Nut. I know because like all that stuff has to pump.
That's true, yeah.
My question is like if you die with your if you die when your dick is hard, right? How long before it'll just not be hard because there's no blood running through anymore.
Yeah, it's true. I don't know.
I need to know the dick economics of this.
Economics.
I need to know how all this works.
Well, I'm sure our top penis scientists are on it.
How do you think they test that? They have like a German guy strapped to a bed.
No, I'm thinking they bring in like patients who are gonna die anyways, and they're like, just get hard
Just.
for science.
I'm thinking
they're like wheeling the 80-year-old guy with dementia and like showing him pictures of his wife.
I'm thinking like a German war criminal.
You think this is like punishment?
I'm thinking like a captured Nazi. And they have him like strapped to the bed. And they just like show him porn. And then he's like, oh. He's like trying to resist. And then he goes, oh. and then his dick gets hard. That's what I'm thinking.
That's what you're thinking. You're thinking more of like a torture situation.
And then like a scientist coldly just like.
You're really kind of in a horror state of mind.
I am. I have to watch a bunch of horror movies. Until I get through it, it's not going to stop.
Oh my god, please get through it.
I just have to watch a bunch of horrible stuff.
What are you laughing about over there? Why are you dying over there? What is your problem? Mm-hmm. Yes. Would you like to share with the class?
This is like, I'm thinking of the movie Chinatown. You know that movie?
Vaguely.
Detective.
Yeah. Okay. Get through the joke, please. Please tell me what the funny thing is. You can't just laugh over there.
At one point, he's like breaking in somewhere, and they catch him. So they take out a knife and they like threaten to cut him. And they cut his nose, and I was like, when did they cut his penis?
Again. As soon as I started laughing, I was like, it's gotta be about dicks again. He's brought this back.
This will teach you, and they just slice his meat long ways. Oh my god, I'm sorry. I know it wasn't that funny.
Just like take a millimeter off?
Or maybe they would cut it sideways. He'd have like a scar across his penis.
Oh no.
What would you...
They circumcise him.
That was... Yeah, I guess that was the other... That would also been funny is that they circumcised him.
You ever heard of this game called Genshin Impact?
Oh my god, I forgot already. Would you want to be in that game? Like if they were like dropping a new character tomorrow, it's August.
You know, it's probably chill. Oh, do you think like I'm a playable character or like I exist, like isekai type situation?
Like isekai'd into the game. Isekais are so fucking stupid. Japanese people must also be sick of them at this point, no?
Yeah, I think they're overexposed.
Okay. I never got into the isekai thing because the problem is in my fantasy scenario, I always stay me. I don't become a different person in my fantasy. You know what I mean?
Oftentimes isekai is just them, but they're in a different world.
I feel like a lot of times they get reborn as a whole other fucking person.
Sometimes they get reborn.
One time I got reincarnated as a slime.
Yeah, but sometimes it's just them teleported over.
I suppose. I would like that.
You just like you.
If I could go to like...
You wouldn't want to be a buff baby?
I'd get mossed.
You wouldn't train in the mountains, weightlifting for 100 years?
Well, I could be guts. That's different. But like for isekai, I feel like you gotta be smart. You gotta be like, yeah, I trained actually asshole powers for 30 episodes in secret. You could be an isekai character.
That would be good, yeah.
Are you watching...
I would be the type of guy named Karl Marx. And then I get murdered in a attempted revolution against the king. In whatever kingdom I'm in.
Would you watch a show called Redo of a Healer?
I'm not going to watch
it. That's an isekai. It's quality. Female author.
I didn't like them all.
You're not empowering women?
I'm not.
You didn't like the Redo of a Healer manga?
Have you been watching Delicious in Dungeon, though, bro?
Did you read the manga?
Dungeon Meshi?
No.
I read the first couple of chapters, I think.
Of Redo of a Healer?
I think so.
I don't believe you got through a couple chapters.
No, I read Shield Hero. Never mind.
That shit is garbage.
Yeah.
I tried to watch it. Our friend, he tried to put us on. He made us watch like 4 episodes, and me and our other friend were like, this is trash.
It was bad. I got confused. I'm sorry. That's on me.
It's fine. It's okay. I forgive you.
Thank you.
You should watch Redo of a Healer. It's a quality show. A lot of people really like it.
I'm getting the impression it isn't. And that I won't
Why
like
would
it.
you say that?
And that you're trying to trick me, or perhaps deviously.
Well, you like Slice of Life. It's an isekai Slice of Life. Bro.
Is it?
Yes. What's your problem, man? Why are you so distrustful?
I don't trust you anymore.
What happened to you? Did something bad happen to you?
You're just too jocular.
I don't know what that means.
Joking.
This is a truth podcast.
A truth cast?
There's never been a lie on this podcast.
The gay porn film I want to watch is in the collection at the MoMA right now, but it's not available on display. And I want to watch it. So I told you I was thinking, can I just email them?
I think you can.
Can I just ask them hey, can I see that?
What do you do if they say no?
Move on with my life.
Why is it so hard to see?
I don't know. It's not available legally anywhere. No one has it on DVD. It's not on any streaming platforms. I've tried to pirate it, and here's the problem. Is you can pirate it, but only in 480p. I want 1080p crisp quality.
I don't think they made movies in that quality when it was made.
32mm is pretty HD actually. Film is pretty clear.
It sounds like bullshit.
It's true. Film has no resolution. It's not digital.
What's resolution do?
It's how many pixels across and up. You get like a screen. It's like 1080 by 1920 is like full HD. So it's like 1080 pixels up and then 1920 pixels across. And so there's a grid of pixels and each of them is a color.
Is that how that works?
What do you mean, is that how that works?
Yo, I never realized that's how that works. So when you select the quality, you're selecting how many pixels are going to actively use for your video?
Yeah.
Oh, I never got that.
So when it's the lower ones, that means that they have a video that's a smaller size and they're scaling it up.
Never got it.
What did you think it was?
No clue. I never thought about it. That's like I just found out about dung beetles too. Never realized that was a real thing.
Dung? That roll dung?
Like, yeah, there's a big ass dog sized fucking beetle that rolls a big pile of shit around.
They're dog sized?
They're big.
Really?
Hold on,
I thought they were like bug sized. I think they were like little bits of dung.
It was a big ass bug.
Really?
It looked like a small dog. Let me look at it. These things live for like a year.
That's a pretty good span for a bug, if I'm being honest.
Dung beetle size, I should just Google. I think flies only live like 3 days.
Yeah. Can we get a comparison shot of the dung beetle next to the person?
I lied about how big the dung beetles are.
Exactly.
They look dog sized in the video.
Dog sized?
I mean, how big is this pile of shit?
You know, find one next to a person or next to a plant or something.
No, you can like hold one in your hand. It's like that.
That's pretty big.
It's like that big.
That's
a big fucking bug.
That's a big bug.
Like if you had a bunch of those on you, it'd be a problem.
I would not hold that in my experience been on dung. Sizable.
You
bug.
can hold one in your hand. Oh, here's a chart of beetles. This one's fucking gross.
It's like rat sized.
I don't like bugs. They just like, I feel like their surface is dirty looking.
Or carapace.
Actually, beetles, roaches, and like stink bugs all have like a particularly dirty look about them, whereas like a ladybug is fine. Grasshoppers are fine. I'm kind of scared of mantises a little bit.
That's your bug ranking right there.
I'm a little scared of them. What other bugs do I know is the question.
Like spiders? Kind of furry.
I treat them as a net neutral.
Net neutral, alright.
As long as they don't live near my bed, it's not a problem. Problem if they're near my bed. Killed on sight. Bed is not a no-go zone.
Alright. How about flies?
Hate them.
Like fruit flies and stuff?
Fucking hate fruit flies. Because I always forget, I throw away like a banana peel in my trash in my room, and I'll forget. And then now it's a fucking problem.
Yeah, it is.
I have successfully pretended it wasn't my fault like 4 times. We had like a bunch of them in the house, and someone was like, I guess some of the fruit must have went bad down here. Little did they know.
You little thief, you sneaky little thief.
One time it was bad. One time I left it in my room for a while. I'm going to confess this. But that banana peel was in there for like over a month. And by the time I realized like it was like bad, like I opened the bag and like a bunch of fruit flies came out. I was like, fuck. And they were all over the house.
Oh.
And I had to like play it off. And they were both my parents were trying to figure out like, where the fuck are all these fruit flies coming from?
And you were just like disposing of the evidence?
I threw the trash can out. It was like fucked. It was like beyond repair. I waited for the nighttime. I brought it downstairs and I went down the corner and I threw it away in one of the public trash cans. And I felt so bad.
This is your confession.
Yeah.
Have you told anyone that before?
No one knows that. There were so many bugs in my room for so long.
Now the truth comes out.
Do you know how long? Actually, I forgot about that.
You didn't clean your trash for a month?
You forget it's that. Well, you know what happens is you put like one banana peel in there and you throw a bunch of regular shit on top of it and you just forget. I didn't clean the trash for a month in my room. Because it's for like paper and shit. Once I got rid of all the trash, the bugs don't just go away. I had a bunch of bowls in my room which is filled with like bleach and I poked a bunch of holes and they just went in there. Or it was apple cider or something.
Oh.
And yeah, it took like, it literally took like months still.
Oh, God.
I fucked up. Really, it might have been longer than a month.
That was my problem. Was at work someone brought in like saltwater taffy.
Love those.
The problem
was
they melted in the little wrappers, and so when I ate them, there was still saltwater taffy on the wrapper, and I threw them all in my trash can, and some ants found it and made a passage through to my room from that.
Was that the beginning of the ant arc?
Yeah.
You guys had an ant arc here. We used to have an ant arc every year, where there was like just tons of them.
Yeah, this was the first time it's happened to me in my room on the second floor of my house.
Did you guys end up discovering the liquid bait traps?
No.
You just put them out and they just eat it and then they just go and die.
No, I just like went through and killed them all manually. For a while there, I would literally just like sit there when I left my room, and I would just be like, boom, boom, like just like thumb them.
I don't like killing. Oh, that's gross. I don't like. You could feel them squish on you.
Well, I would get like a little like towel. Like I would spritz them with like cleaner, and they're like.
I feel really bad crushing things like.
You're like a Janist.
Who's Jane?
I don't know.
I feel really bad killing spiders specifically. I like to do it instantly. When I'm going to kill them, I like to have it be done.
You're like the guillotine inventor.
The problem is it's hard with the paper, so I don't want to feel them like struggle. You know what I mean? I don't want. It's too personal. So normally I like go for a crush, and then I'll like twist, and I'm like, please just be dead. I hate to like. I
hate when like you do it and they like kind of flicker a little bit, and I'm like, no.
I feel the inhumaneness of it all. I feel bad with a lot of things. Like I feel bad when like I feed my dog and they're kind of waiting. Like I'm like, come on, you don't gotta be subservient.
You're your old man.
Yeah.
Get up, fight for yourself.
Do you think we'll eventually stop having dogs?
I don't know. Maybe.
I feel bad.
You feel bad for having dogs?
Yeah,
You think they shouldn't live like this?
I think it's bad for them.
You think it's better for them to be in the wild?
Well, like my dog can never live in the wild. Exactly. I think we've like crippled them to like a point where we should like. I don't know.
They love us. They cohabitate with us. You know.
Yeah, but
it works out. I'm sure it's a nice life for dogs. At some point.
It seems unfulfilling.
They don't have to be fulfilled.
What do you mean they don't have to be fulfilled?
I mean, I've had some dogs who seem to have no wants in their lives beyond like being.
Yeah, but you don't know that because they can't speak. You don't think a dog might be happier running free?
Maybe, but you can let them run free, you know?
Yeah, but they always have to come home at the end of the day.
It used to be back in the old days, you would just let those dogs go.
What do you mean you would let them go?
I mean, like, we used to vacation up in Northern California when I was a kid, and we would just let our dogs loose, and they would, like, come back 3 days later.
And you would beat them to death.
No, we wouldn't do that. No, but, like, they would just, like, have a good time. Like, they would just be out roaming the wilderness, and they would return.
Yeah, if you did that here, assuming there was wilderness here, they get eaten by coyotes.
Maybe they managed. Maybe they'd get some gumption.
You can't let my dog go for 3 days.
Well, no, your dog can't go, but your dog could, like... But scale-wise, your dog would be as fine with a large park.
I guess.
You know?
I feel bad. I do somewhat wish there was something like a Garden of Eden for them. A place where they could be free.
Go to a dog park.
No, we had a dog. I bring it to the park.
Yeah.
No, I disregard the no dog sign too. What was it? G-check a 4-pound dog. There you see my own care. Do you bring your dog somewhere?
Only the dog parks. Parks for dogs, special parks for dogs.
Do you think if they could speak, it'd be less of a problem?
Well, you know what I think about speaking, Donatello? As Wittgenstein once said, if a lion could talk, he wouldn't understand it.
That's not true.
It's true.
It's fucking stupid.
You know that they've studied this, because lions hunt as a pack, or pride. When there's a lion who doesn't contribute, and like doesn't help them like take down the antelopes or whatever...
They eat him?
No, they don't do anything. They don't care.
Well, they probably don't treat him well.
No, they do treat him well. There's no difference in treatment between animals that help out and the ones that don't. For lions.
This is bullshit.
This is true. This is true. This is true. They've researched this.
I'm going to go on a limb here, and I'm going to call this liberal bullshit.
It's true. Lions don't have a concept of justice. They have no concept of fair. They don't know what it is. If you ask a lion what right or wrong is, it's not going to have an idea what you're talking about.
What the fuck is the point of this? Because monkeys have a sense of right and wrong and fair.
Yeah, because their brains are designed for it. Lion brains aren't.
This is so stupid. I'm sure, like, the lions, when it comes down to it, like, when they get hungry, they're like, this dickhead is not helping.
You're anthropomorphizing.
This is bullshit.
It's not true.
This is bullshit. Animals, like, know. They, like, know, like, this guy's vulnerable. This guy's weak.
Maybe not in the way you think that you do.
All
I'm saying.
Bro. Animals will see, like, a pack of antelopes. Like, Cheeto will see a pack of antelopes and be like, that one's, like, slow.
Yeah, but they're not going to be like, it's fair or unfair for me to get this antelope. They're not thinking about that. They're not having second value judgments.
Yeah, but no. You're not understanding. You're putting this in like a societal thing, but like this is like a survival thing for them. I don't know. You like are quoting this study that like I can't see. This is bullshit.
It's truth. I'm just saying.
This is bullshit.
They would have different words than us for different concepts.
I'd kill them.
You kill all lions?
What's with those African boys? Some of them got to go out and kill lions to become a man.
I think there's a tribe.
I can show you what a man is.
It's a long walk to water.
He doesn't fit a lion in that. No, in that book, he's sleeping with a bunch of refugees, and in the middle of the night, a pride of lions sets upon them.
Really?
And he wakes up and his friend he was talking to got fucking eaten up. There's just a pile of blood left. Yeah.
Why didn't they eat him?
He got lucky.
Man, that's crazy.
No, I think the lions came in and like got somebody and like took off with them. Because the lion doesn't kill you instantly.
Man.
Lions are fucking.
That's crazy.
They were just sleeping out in the wilderness because they're like fleeing like a war.
Oh, and the lion just got one.
And they sleep in a big group because you kind of hope like in the middle the lion won't get you.
The lion got him.
You think you could fight off a lion?
Rules of nature.
How many guys do you think it takes to fight off like a lion with a spear?
You said how many guys, and instantly my mind jumped to something else.
What did it jump to?
How many guys could you take?
6. 5.
At once?
Yeah. Man butt is made for meat. So I put the prostate there.
You're putting 2 in there?
Whatever happens, happens.
So like 2 in there, 2 in the hands, 1 in the mouth?
Does it have to be at once?
Yeah.
Oh, perhaps. Perhaps. What was the original question? How many guys? Oh yeah, how many guys do you think it really takes for like kill a lion with a spear?
I bet 1 could do it with enough skill. Yeah, if you had like to jump on the lion and you just like go right through it.
I think if you got 100 guys and 100 lions, you'd have 100 lions left and no guys left.
I don't know. Can the guys build traps in the field?
I'm talking like they get spawned there in a big field across from a lion.
They would use their advanced intellects to like hide in the trees and like jump down on the lions and get them.
I don't know, man.
You know, right through the brains.
I don't know, man.
I think so.
How many lions do you think it takes? Not how many lions. How many guys do you think are in a fair fight? Like squaring up against the lion? Like you're standing in a room.
No weapons?
Spears. Each one's got a spear. The door's going to open. There's going to be a lion on the other side.
3 guys.
You're fucking...
I'm serious.
Nuts.
3 guys.
You sound like Joe Rogan right now.
And maybe one of them would lose.
This sounds like a Joe Rogan.
One of them would die maybe, but I think they would win.
I think the lion swipes guy number 1 instantly.
No.
Bites into guy number 2's face, and guy number 3 stands there for
How many guys do you think? There have definitely been single guys that took down lions with a spear.
I think if you have like a really...
It has happened.
I think if you got a really good crew of guys, like at the minimum, like 8 guys.
8?
Yeah, like that's like if like...
What are they all doing? Like they're all stabbing?
Admittedly, in every scenario, 1 guy gets instantly taken out. Like I think if a lion gets on 1 guy, everyone else just like around the lion that starts like going for it. But I think 1 guy is like done. It's toast. He's gonna get 1 guy for sure.
You know, you get 1 guy.
It's gonna be you.
I'll be in the back because I'm tall. You know, I have longer arms.
They're gonna push you first.
I can reach from farther away.
I'll push you. I'll be behind you. I'll just push you in.
I'm using it as a meat shield.
You think like 1 guy kills a lion?
There have been single guys.
Can you imagine the physicality of that? Like, what do you imagine?
Like I imagine him.
He weaves the first lion slice.
Like I'm imagining a Roman gladiatorial arena right now.
You're insane.
Where the lion comes out the door and like the guys like the Roman gladiators gotta fight him and he like paces for a bit, you know, and like looks at the lion. And the lion comes at him and he like ducks it and like swipes at it, you know, gets a good stab to the side. This has definitely happened. There have definitely been guys that took down a lion one-on-one. This has happened. A
single guy?
Yes, this has happened.
That has not happened. You're like full of shit.
This has definitely happened.
I mean, do you think 1 guy can beat a bear?
It depends on the guy.
I think you're like really overestimating mankind right now as a whole. Because like, I literally think if you took 100 guys to fight 100 lions, each guy would die. You'd have to like try a lot of times for it to be 1 guy.
Okay.
Maybe like there's like 1 special ops guy who might be able to do it.
I'm just saying that like history, in terms of like areas where lions and humans existed, there are still humans. So they didn't all get wiped out by the lions.
In India, there's still places they get hunted by tigers. Where they have to like worry about tigers pulling up on them.
Yeah, but they're still doing all right, besides the tiger problem.
No, they are not.
If they wanted to, we could go in there and put a stop to that.
The U.S. government?
Yes.
Yeah, probably. But in theory, the U.S. government could like kill everything on Earth. That argument doesn't mean anything. That's like if you find a bear in the woods and he starts mauling you to death, you're like, well, in theory, the U.S. government could have taken out all these bears. That doesn't help you.
If I was a stronger man.
You think you'd take on a lion if I give you
I would just leave. If I was in an area where I was like at threat of tigers attacking me, I would go somewhere that isn't a problem.
You would just move away.
Yeah.
They also have rabies in India, so it's like rabies and tigers.
Man.
And rape.
Not looking good.
There's
a new superpower.
I always thought of one other really funny thing that happened. I was gonna bring it up. It was a closing.
Well, I've learned a lot about you through this.
Oh man, I had a really good thing that came up in class. Fuck. Oh yes. Before plays, they would get bears and they would starve a bunch of dogs and they would make the dogs fight the bear. And I'm like, my fucking question was, how are they getting the bears?
Exactly.
How were medieval peasants capturing bears to tie?
They could do it, I guess.
How?
Wily ingenuity,
It doesn't make any sense.
Like a trap from the trees, get like a pit in the ground covered with leaves,
I understand how you could starve a bunch of dogs. That part makes sense.
We got bear traps.
But I don't see a scenario where a bear gets caught in a bear trap and you walk up to it and like bring it to a place in town. I don't understand.
Evidently they did.
They must have beat the fuck out of that bear real bad and then dragged him, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, just imagine being like a guy in like 1490 who's like capturing fucking bears.
Kind of the goat of the village.
I think I need to fight a bear to get over this.
That'd be a bad idea. All right. We can call it there.
You have to say one thing before we call it. You have to say something. Say like a thing. I've brought up a few topics. The bears, being gay. What else did I bring up?
Pretty much just that, really. It was just kind of bears and being gay.
Getting your dick sliced as a detective. The dick slicing detective.
I've been venturing some opinions in this.
You watch some gay porn?
I haven't. I want to.
You're bad at watching gay porn?
Yeah, I failed at it.
Do you have any other opinions? Anything else?
That's about it.
All right. Well, we'll do another Grubcast next week, and by then we'll have gone to... Oh, we're barely at an hour.
Yeah, it's going to cut down like an hour,
Man,
too.
Cumtown is so hard to make.
Yeah. Jeez.